Thank you for having me. How cool is this, huh?
Hey, this is pretty cool. We have the run of the Tokyo Dome today.
We do.
How much closer are you, and perhaps as well is Japan, in naming the new partners with the casinos here?
So the law passed only a year ago, and we've made a decision to focus all our energy in Osaka. We believe Osaka is going to be the first integrated resort location. Government's very excited about it. They won the World Expo just recently. It's going to happen in 2025. So the government's very anxious to help get the whole Yumeshima site in Osaka developed as soon as possible in connection with that World Expo. We're going to know probably in the next 3 or 4 months what the timing is going to be for Osaka. The city government will present an RFP. It'll be very competitive. MGM is going to be one of the bidders for that RFP, and I think they'll make a decision about this time next year.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of companies that are potentially vying for it. You're pretty confident that you'll get one of the three. I think there's going to be Hokkaido, there's going to be Greater Tokyo, which is Yokohama, and then Osaka.
Well, I'm confident Osaka is going to be one of the three. I'm working really hard for MGM to be the IR operator in Osaka. And all we could do is work as hard as we can, meet with Japanese companies, form a Japanese consortium, and we're trying to outwork our competitors a little bit, so we'll see.
Obviously, Major League Baseball has a new partnership as well with MGM. How deep will this go?
Well, we have a deep relationship with sports. We signed with the NBA, with the NHL, Major League Soccer. We're signing with the PGA and, of course, with MLB. This is a 4-year deal. It probably will go on beyond that. We're sharing data together. We're looking at how to promote the sport of baseball, not only in the United States, but around the world. And this was a great opportunity for us to help bring the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's here to Japan. And based on last night's crowd, it's going to be crazy tonight. There's a big fan base for baseball. Japan loves baseball. We're in the entertainment business. Baseball is a common bridge between the two countries, and we couldn't be happy to be a part of this.
How have times changed, though? Obviously, there's a checkered past between baseball and gaming and gambling, whether it's Pete Rose or the Black Sox.
Right.
How do you see the times that have made it ripe for you to come in here to Japan,
Sure.
which, let's face it, it's still controversial, legalized gambling here in Japan?
Well, first off, baseball, basketball, hockey, the leagues recognize the most important mission is the integrity of the game, integrity of the sport, which is why we're so proud that they chose us to help navigate through these very complicated issues. Mm-hmm. And I think Japan feels the same way. And so, yes, gaming has evolved from being, in a smoke room someday to, broad entertainment, whether it's having Lady Gaga or Bruno Mars or the Golden Knights in our T-Mobile Arena, or, of course, baseball. And our job is to help promote the sport in an ethical, highly integral way, and baseball recognizes that's important as well.
How about in Macau? You did get a recent 2-year extension. Does that embolden you to invest further there, or are you pretty much full slate of development there?
Well, today we opened the Mansion. The Mansion is really I think the final word in luxury accommodations at our MGM Cotai property. Right. So we've invested $3.5 billion through our MGM China company, and the profits are starting to ramp up there as we're developing more of our VIP business. We are long-term believers in the Macau market, and we would love to, over time, invest more. Concessionaires there need to prove the right to be in Macau. We, I believe, are proving that right, and we hope to be there for a long, long time.
The last time we talked was a couple of months ago. We were expecting a bit of a downturn in gross gaming revenue for Macau as a whole. Right. Has it changed at all in the last couple of months since you and I talked last?
It has. I remember I was on a panel with Lawrence Ho, and I was a little more conservative in my gross gaming estimates. Lawrence was a little more aggressive, and he was right. The Macau market is doing really well. The infrastructure around the Great Bay region has really helped the mass business, which is really the backbone of Macau gaming. The VIP business has been stronger than I had expected it to be, and we're now becoming a beneficiary of that because we have this room product in the mansion.
Can I ask you just quickly about the United States? You now have an activist board member, Keith Meister. What are going to be the priorities there as you look at that market, which potentially, after Japan, could become the third largest market in the world?
Well, Keith is an active board member, not an activist.
Yeah.
I invited him onto the board, and I did so because he knows gaming quite well.
Yeah.
He understands the issues that we deal with. He's already been very productive in the boardroom. MGM is embarking on a major profit resurgence through a 2020 plan that we announced to improve our margins. We've invested quite a bit of capital into our properties, and so now we believe we're in a harvesting of free cash flow mode. And as we continue to harvest that free cash and put it toward shareholder returns in the form of increased dividends, balance sheet strength, and buying back stock, I think that Keith would say, as a large investor in MGM, it's a good bet to make, and I couldn't be happier to have him on board.